Matt's Valk, 5.55 seconds on 57mm Zhanchi. At least I think it was a 57mm Zhanchi. Someone tell me in the comments. Anyway, let's assume for a moment that it was 57mm. We can calculate the distance that the tip of a corner cubie travels for a 360-degree rotation. The cubie follows a circular path, so if we figure out the diameter of that path, we can calculate the circumference, or, in other words, the distance that the cubie travels. Fortunately, we do know what that diameter is. It's actually the diagonal of the face of the Zhanchi. After a little bit of math, we find that the circumference is 252.49 millimeters. Now we just divide by 4 to get the distance of a quarter turn, 63.12 millimeters. Back to Matt's Valk. Not including cube rotations, he made 48 quarter turns in his world record solve. Knowing this, we can calculate the total distance a corner cubie traveled for the solve, 3,029.76 millimeters. Save that thought. With the same math we did earlier, we can show that for one quarter turn on a 55mm Zhanchi, a corner cubie travels 60.91 millimeters. So if Matt's Valk had done his solve on a 55mm Zhanchi, the total traveled would have been 2,923.68 millimeters. Now let's figure out the average speed at which the corner cubie traveled in the world record solve. We know that it traveled 3,029.76 millimeters, so we have a rate of 3,029.76 millimeters every 5.55 seconds. Assuming that Matt's Valk can turn as fast on a 55mm Zhanchi as he can on a 57mm Zhanchi, we can set up the proportion on the screen where x is the amount of time it would have taken him to solve the same exact solve on a 55mm Zhanchi. Solving the proportion reveals, voila, 5.35 seconds. So there it is. Had he been using 55mm Zhanchi, Matt Valk's world record would have been 5.35 seconds. Proof that the 55mm Zhanchi is better than the 57mm Zhanchi.